What is going on, everybody? Just ate a bunch of Pringles. Give me a second. It is that time. Time for another episode of Ask Hunters for Life. But before we get right into the questions, a couple of rather exciting updates to share with you guys. First one, today's what? Sunday, January 6th, 5th, 7th, somewhere around there. But this coming Thursday, we have our first ice fishing veterans trip planned. Special thanks to Marquette Adventures and our event coordinator for putting all of this together. So far, we have 6 veterans down that are going to, commit to actually coming out. We're looking for up to 12. So if you or anybody you know is a veteran in or around the Marquette area that would love to come out and do some ice fishing, we'd love to have you out. We're going to a lake that's chock full of pike. So we're going to go out, we're going to put a whole bunch of tip-ups out. Every veteran that comes out is another 3 tip-ups we can put out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get 12. We'll put out 36 tip-ups and hopefully just absolutely destroy the pike. But it should, all in all, be a good time. Weather is finally starting to slightly warm up. Last week or so, we've been in, some brutal cold, negative 10 to negative 25 wind chills. But we're getting up into the 20s as the highs coming up this week, so that should be more enjoyable, especially if we have to spend all day running back and forth across the lake checking tip-ups. Should be a good day. We rented a cabin right on the lake that has a wood stove in it. We'll be able to cook these veterans lunch. We'll have them come in and warm up if they want to, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the fish will be cooperating, and we'll be able to show these guys the time they deserve. Veterans put it all on the line for us. They're the main reason that we're even allowed to go out and hunt and fish. So the least we can do is, show them a great time in the outdoors. But our next announcement, before we get into the questions, we're getting very close. We are a week out from starting our ice fishing tournament series, if you will. Our first tournament will be this coming Sunday, January 14th. Panfish tournament, East Bass Lake and Gwin. We're torn. We're either going to do biggest bluegill and biggest crappie, or biggest bluegill, biggest crappie, and biggest perch. We've been out there quite a bit, and the perch, it's not that they're not there, but we're catching like 3 to 4 inch perch. So not the jumbos that we're used to out of that lake, but they typically don't start biting real good towards the end of the ice fishing season. So we'll see. We're looking at, right now, we'll have a video on our Facebook page for the ice fishing tournaments with all of the actual details, but we're looking at registration starting at 7:30. Fishing starts at 8 a.m. and we'll probably fish till noon, and then do the weigh-in and prizes and all that kind of stuff shortly after that. So if you guys haven't already committed and you're in the area and you'd like to come out and compete for a good cause, we'd love to see you out there. Not really sure what to expect. I was hoping for at least 3-4 guys, but it sounded like we're gonna have a lot more than that. So it should just be a great day on the ice. Before I ramble on any further about those 2 things, let's get right into the questions. Our buddy Aaron Burns would like to know, what is the biggest fish we've ever caught through the ice? Had a sturgeon on the Haley jig. Didn't land it, though. That was almost a 2-hour fight. So not sure how big it was. Probably 7, 8, 9 foot long. No, but biggest fish ever caught, probably ice fishing. We've got some pike on tip-ups in the 30s. But as far as actually jigging, I caught a 29-inch burbot probably about 3-4 years ago now. Hoping to break that. I've still got it in the freezer. I want to get it mounted, but I definitely know that I'll be able to get one at least 30 or bigger. And I get a 31, 32, 35-inch burbot. I'll probably end up, honestly, putting both of them on the wall. They're just a cool fish. They're probably one of our favorite fish to fish for. Got some new tactics for them this spring. I guess early spring. We really don't catch them until end of February, early March when they come up to spawn. But, probably biggest fish caught jigging was burbot. But other than that, a couple of okay pike on tip-ups. No 40s. Fingers crossed we'll get a 40 someday before I die. Thank you for that question, brother. Next question. YouTube, being slow. Ooh. This is a good one. Our buddy Jay Joswick wants to know, when targeting panfish through the ice, what is your preference, plastics or live bait? My personal preference, I almost never go ice fishing with anything other than wax worms. Mostly because the only lure I ever take ice fishing for panfish is a Haley jig. I have tried multiple different plastics on the Haley jig, but for whatever reason, none of them actually seem to do any better than just a wax worm threaded right in the hook. But I have been out with a couple of guys, and I have tried a little bit myself with the tungsten jigs, especially the ones that sit horizontal. So, you know, your eyelets up here and your hooks. My fingers don't really bend that way. Your hook's something like that. You put a little, I like the clam plastics. They make like, I mean, I don't know how many, but a lot of different style of clam plastics. Your hook's sitting out like this with your little plastic, and you're jigging it, twitching, as opposed to, you know, your vertically hooked plastics. As far as tungsten jigs go, I definitely have seen plastics outperform live bait. But there also have been a few times I've been outfished by Trevin with spikes versus wax worms, and yeah, I got my butt whooped that day. But nice thing about spikes too over wax worms is, yes, they are a lot smaller, but they seem to be a heck of a lot more durable than a wax worm. You can usually catch, you know, a handful more fish per spike as opposed to your wax worm. But thank you for that question, Jay Joswick. What else we got here? What's up, Tyler? Our buddy Tyler Rogney would like to know, what is our favorite type of ice fishing fish finder? At this moment in time, while I'm sitting here with an almost $2,000 paperweight, I would like to say my favorite type of fish finder is one that works. Send it in tomorrow. I called Markham. Their customer service is kind of hard to get a hold of on an initial phone call, but they did call me. I left a voicemail. They called me back. I talked to a pretty cool guy over there, and turns out he runs the same unit, never had a problem with it, and I guess it comes with a 2-year warranty. I've only had it for like a month, so I'm gonna send it back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll get it all fixed up. Something about the circuits in the tablet or the circuits in the cradle, something to do with it not being able to charge or hold a charge, or way above my pay grade. But we'll send it in, have them fix it all up, and give it another week or so. See if it works, the way that the commercials make it seem like it's supposed to work. And if it does, I'm going to keep it because it's giant screen, 9-inch screen on it. I can actually see it. It's just cool, underwater camera, flasher, and GPS all in one unit. But if it doesn't work out the way that it's supposed to, I'm probably gonna have to return it, and I'm probably gonna go with the Markham LX9. Same flasher, underwater camera, but I don't think it has a GPS capability, which is something that, for a working unit, I guess I could sacrifice. Thank you for that question, Tyler. Okay, our buddy Phil Goodley wants us to shout out his Instagram, which is Phil Goods Outdoors. It's right here. His question is, he wants to know if we have any free time this winter to do some ice fishing. Honestly, brother, during the winter time, about all we do is ice fishing. So get a hold of us, email, Snapchat, Instagram message, MySpace, whatever it may be. A little easier to hold a conversation on any of those than over YouTube, and we'd love to get you out on the ice. We'd love to fish with you. You've been commenting on a lot of our videos and been supporting us for a while. Love to go out and catch some fish. Thank you for reaching out to us, brother. Let's see what else we got on here. Our buddy Natural Medic would like to know, what is one fishing lure we want that we don't have? And now that we've already been talking about burbot season, which is coming up here probably about a month and a half, there's a new spoon that I just recently heard of. Shout out to you, Kyle. It is called a trout and pout spoon. Get them, I mean, up to 2 or 3 ounces. We're probably going to go somewhere in the 3/4 ounce to the 1.25 ounce range. They make a spoon. It's just a solid lead spoon with a rattle in it that is just coated in a tongue twister, glow paint. It's supposed to glow for hour and a half. And in our experience of burbot fishing, I mean, yes, we have not been doing it for very long, but it seems like the glow is something that is very, very, very essential to catching these fish. And when you're fishing in 70 to 100, 150 feet of water, having to reel up any other spoon every 20 minutes and recharge it and drop it back down kind of becomes a little bit of a headache. So yes, Natural MEDIIC, you will see some burbot fishing videos featuring the trout and pout spoon. Thank you for that question, brother. Backwoods Boys would like to know, what is our favorite lake to go ice fishing on? Overall favorite lake, probably Munising Bay on Lake Superior, just because we love catching burbot. We don't go, I mean, our best day we'd call like 9, which compared to other places to fish for burbot is not great, but just for, you know, how unique the fish is, fishing them at night and fishing them in such deep water, I'm hooked on it. Cannot wait to get back out there. Well, that is all of the questions that we have for this episode. I believe it's episode 21, somewhere around there. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'm just curious to see what you guys want to hear from us, what questions you have, what things you're having problems with, things you're curious about, whatever it may be. And I mean, the least we can do for you guys asking us a question and supporting us is to shout out your YouTube, Instagram, whatever it may be. So if you guys have any questions you would like us to answer, or you would like a shout out, leave a question down in the comment section, and we will respond to it in the next episode with a shout out of your name in this general vicinity right here. Well, that's about it. Thank you guys for all of your support. We couldn't do it without you guys. And honestly, you guys put up with us watching our videos and all that kind of stuff, and it means a lot. So if you guys want to pick up any Hunters for Life apparel, this isn't a Hunters for Life shirt. I actually got this for Christmas, though. My sister bought it for me. Got a bunch of different fish on it. Pretty cool shirt. Should maybe have a Hunters for Life shirt like this in the future. But you guys want to pick up any Hunters for Life gear, head over to huntersforlife.com. Link is down in the description. There's also where you can make a donation to help support our nonprofit. We were just barely able to make the quota of the amount of money that we need for this coming Veterans trip this Thursday, but we have another one coming up. Mike's going to kill me for this because I don't know the exact date off the top of my head. 23rd to the 25th, somewhere in that time frame. We'll get back to you with exact dates. Another Veterans trip, pike fishing with tip-ups, and we don't have anything raised for that trip yet. So any dollars that you guys can spare, definitely help us out. But once again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you're feeling. Leave a comment. We love talking with you. And as always, happy adventures.